Hello and welcome to another episode of TerraVentures. We're going to be doing the Nether hub today. So what I'm doing here is I'm getting some 5 resist potions. Probably should say that this is actually episode 13, so 13 and the supposed hell biome. So that is the main reason why we are doing the Nether hub. Now we are at my new upgraded potions facility, where we are brewing up some potions of fire resistance, because I'm not sure if you've noticed, but the Nether does have a lot of lava, so we do need to make sure that we don't burn. And yeah, so when we get into the Nether, I'll explain the plans we have for making the Nether into a nice, somewhat habitable place, at least for traversing. And I reckon that's going to be enough fire resistance potions for now. So if we just take 9, there we go, and drop off what we don't need into some temporary storage chests just over here, we'll pop into the Nether and explain the plans. And I'll just dump that. I don't need the fishing rod. I don't need the or I might need the shovel. I'll get rid of that one. I'll need the bow. Rockets would be useful just in case I do fall. Alright, into the Nether. Now, the plan we have is if you remember from previous videos, and I'll show you right here, is that while this Nether portal, my Nether portal here is at level 60, the other ones, say down here, and coming up here, Chromagar's portal, I believe this one is at 67, my portal and another second portal of mine is at 57, the shopping portal is at 64, and these are all on the y-axis, so that means that we really do need to travel quite a bit up and down, and all these stairs can be a bit confusing. So as you can see, Superband is at 54, so that's another one we're going to have to start moving. So the first thing we're planning to do is to completely flatten the Nether, or at least flatten the bits that we need, and ensure that it's just a nice flat pancake to be able to start working and making it into a nice, somewhat looking, so it will look somewhat nice as far as the Nether can go. And just a bit of a progress update for you. We have now lifted up quite a few of the portals, so the shops portal was the only one that didn't need moving. We've now moved up my portal, as you can see, with the black and white stripes, just like my skin. We've also got Chromagar's portal up there, which does need a little bit more netherrack around it, and we've also got Superband's portal over here. So I believe there's at least 3 other portals which we need to move, which are in the area, which are the Storm's portal over here somewhere, and my other portal over here, and Nice Robbie's portal over here somewhere. So there's still quite a lot to do, and so far we've had both Tice and Storm helping us dig out this area, as well as you can see, Tice is actually continuing the floor, so it's very much appreciated from the both of them. And we're back with another progress update. As you can see, the Nether is reasonably flat. We've still got a few hills here and there, but we've got the shopping one, we've got a portal over there leading to someone's base, I think that's Storm's base. We've got Super Banner's base over there, we've got my base over here, another of my portals on the far end over there. I think that's Chromagar's, that is Nice Robbie. So there's not actually that many portals around here, but we still have to figure out exactly what we're doing with this. So I might come back in a few days, real time, and this should be hopefully a little bit more finished. And as you can see, I've started work on the tunnel that leads towards Antarctic's Guardian Farm, which I'm not going to enter for now. But there's still quite a lot more work to do. There's still that to demolish, and all the actual design of the hub itself to figure out. So we're going to get on that. That is the Antarctic crew, who have been busy trying to figure out a good design. And when we've got one, we'll start building it in this world. After a little bit of discussion with the people who are starting to build this hub, we're starting to come up with a design, and we're going to start lining the walls with this little bit of quartz pillars. So quartz, whatever this block is, the quartz block, we're going to use block of quartz not block quartz, we're going to use quartz staircases and chiseled quartz in there as well. And I really think we need to cover up what's in the outside here, so I'm not quite sure what we'll do there yet. But the idea is from here we're going to have a sloped roof, so possibly like a dome, and use black wool or some other dark thing to cover it all, and possibly use end rods to make it look good, to make it look like it's a starlit night. And then we'll probably do something with this ground as well, which we're not quite sure of yet. But to start it off, of course, we need to gather a whole lot of quartz. I've got quite a bit in my inventory already, but that's going to be not quite enough, so we're going to have to go on a quartz mining session. And I think I might time-lapse this. I'm just going to use a lot of... Actually, I don't know if I will time-lapse it or not. It's going to be quite a session, but I will time-lapse a short session of it and might cut it a bit time-lapse. So yes, so listen out for this time-lapse, and there will be some classical music playing in the background. And after that time-lapse session, plus a little bit more, I've managed to get myself this much quartz. So the everything that is in quartz form I got. So I got an entire shulker box, which is 27 stacks, plus another 8 there. So 9, 10, 11-ish. 11 plus the 27, I got 38 stacks of quartz. It's probably not going to go anywhere near to the amount we need, but it is a good start. Now, I believe I'm going to get started on the rest of those external walls, which is going to be quite a big thing, and I still got quite a bit more to dig out, so this project is perhaps one of the biggest ones I've done. I don't think we actually did a Nether hub in Season 1, at least not an official one, so this will be hopefully a big task, and hopefully should be done by the time we finish this episode. I know I've said hope a lot, but this is, again, one of the first times we've done it, so we're sort of really experimenting to see what we can do with this hub. And we're back, and we've made quite a little bit more progress. We've finished up, or not quite finished up, but we've now extended this wall. Now, I actually was really silly and made quite a few mistakes. One of them, I made this segment 4 wide, so there were 4 nether rack in between it, and I made a gap of 2 many times. Now, and I actually did make a mistake on the far wall, which there's actually a section of 2 over there. You may have caught it, you may have noticed it in one of the earlier clips, but unfortunately I've decided it's going to be too late. It's too late to change it now. So what the plan is to let that one be a tunnel, and then do the same over here somewhere, and make this one, that side, into a tunnel as well. Now, you may also know that I've trying to experiment with what to do with the walls, because otherwise it's just going to be empty, and I'm thinking this, and it's very similar to the one in my base, but that is one of the design features we're thinking of. Of course, I'm going to have to change this out. Do I have my slabs? No, I don't. But this is one of the ideas I'm thinking of. We may change it at a future point, but this project is coming along. Storm has been very helpful in digging out this bit, so once again we thank her for her efforts to make this project come along fast. Okay, another bit of a progress update for you guys, and as you can see, we've really made quite a bit of progress with these fake nether portals just on the side. I've decided to go mainly with the non-glassed version, so it'll be a little bit cheaper, as well as, well, easy to put up. I'm very hungry in this. Let's see. Now, one of the other things that has been requested of all members of the server, including myself obviously, is to build our own house or hut or something around the nether portal. So given that my island, my main base is what do you call this, a mushroom biome, I've put just a little bit of this around it, but obviously we've still got a little bit more to do. Now, I don't want to make this thing too tall, because even though my base is based around skyscrapers, I think I'm probably just going to do a modern probably something similar to this actually. So let's just get some quartz out, some quartz pillar quartz blocks, and have a little look. Now, if we just do this on the outside, that might look quite good. We're going to have to get rid of these banners and see what we can do here. But I'm starting to think that looks somewhat okay, I guess. It really depends on what I'm looking for. So I'm going to experiment a little bit and see what I can come up with. And after a bit of toing and froing and trying to decide exactly what I'm going to do here, I've just come up with this rather simple design. It's just quartz blocks, and somewhat echoing the outside architecture as well, but it should be good enough for now. It may not exactly reflect my base, but I'm sure I can figure out something. Now, I do have a second base over there, that portal, which also has my black and white stripes, but I'm going to figure out that portal at a later date, because I don't usually go there. Now, I believe we've still got a little bit more stuff to do in here before we can wrap up today's episode, and we're going to try and finish up these walls, at least all the way up to there. So, time to get started on that. We're going to have to use a lot of this nether rack to firstly put a nether line of stuff all the way around here, and then go back into the overworld, collect some black concrete powder and some purple concrete powder, and get started from there. Still a lot more to do until this is finished. Now, in the process of building all these things, I've come across this one, which I did build earlier and built wrong. Now, what I'm thinking is that since this one is wrong, we're not going to try and rebuild everything, but we're just going to convert this one into the first offshoot tunnel. And I did give it a bit of a thought, and I'm thinking that since the portal to the end, at least the working one, lies roughly in the direction I'm pointing. It's about 600 and 1,000, I believe. So it's roughly that direction-ish. So what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do anyway, is start the tunnel. So in this direction we're going to go another 300 blocks, which is actually going to be quite a lot of mining and placing of these blocks, and it might be quite dangerous given that there's a lot of ghast about. And then we're going to decorate it using these blocks over here. So I just lost that one, didn't I? So we're going to have it decorated with purple blocks, I believe. Make sure we don't fall off. That's not going well, is it? I keep getting these wrong. Purple blocks, and then we can put in some end stone bricks, I reckon would look nice. So if we just do something like that. And I didn't make quite enough, did I? So there we go. So something like that. So it's pretty obvious which way we're going. I'm not sure what I do with the top, but over here, since this one is actually one block below floor level, we're going to have ice, blue ice, or packed ice, or something icy on the bottom to enable really fast travel along here, ice break travel essentially, and that should be our first tunnel. Now I believe there's also another venturer, which is what our collective name for ourselves. It lives off in this direction. I already have actually blocked up the tunnel, but what I really should do is put another tunnel in that direction. So I'm going to start figuring out where his portal is, move it down to base level to y equals 64, and build a small tunnel towards it, and we can figure out what the decorations for that tunnel at a later date. Or we could just expand the tunnel with using the quartz in that direction. That can be worked out though. And after a bit of dying and netherrack building and all that, we've got this totally safe tunnel out here. So it is 3 wide to fit in with the design of the nether tunnels. We've also got all this tunnel is slightly bigger over here. This portal up here has now been disabled, so I need to go get the obsidian. But as we can see, this portal does now lead to, I believe it's Furious Gamer 177. I believe that is his portal all done, and I have tested it. So Furious, feel free to make up this tunnel by yourself. And if you need any resources or help, you can let me or any of the Antarctic crew know. I just feel that you should design your own tunnel so it can give it your own personal flair. Anyway, I believe that is quite a lot done. We'll just finish off, get a bit more black concrete and purple concrete powders, and finish off this wall, and then figure out how we're going to connect this wall over here to the far wall over there, keeping in this Superband's portal, as well as going around Antarctic's Guardian Farm area and I believe Waffly Eggs tunnel over here somewhere. So there's quite a bit more to do if we're honest. Alright, and we're back with another progress update. As you can see, I've now finished up this white quartz. Well, quartz is white anyway, but we've now finished up the white quartz boundary. In a few places I've had to make a couple of alterations to the pattern, most notably over here with the 2, and again here there's a 2 and a 2. I could have made that a really large one, but I'd like to keep it somewhat similar. There's a 2 there because of Antarctic's Guardian portal, and then there's a 2 here because of I believe Tice's castle is off in that direction. So we've had to make quite a number of changes on this side, at least, to the pattern of the normal pattern anyway. So what we need to do now is, with whatever concrete powder we have left, which isn't really enough, is to finish off these final external walls and see what we can do. And then that should be at least my part of the Nether Hub project done. And there we go. So we've now completely enclosed what's going to be the Nether Hub in our quartz bits and our black concrete and purple concrete powders. And we've left a few spaces for where there'll be tunnels. So Furious is there. I believe we've got our Guardian Farm over here somewhere. This place is really big. I'm walking and jumping, and it's just taking me ages just to walk from one spot to another. So we may have to fix it up at some point. So we've got our guardian farm here, which I need to actually connect up properly into the main hub area. We've got Tice's tunnel over here. We've got various portals leading to various people's bases over here. But all in all, I think we've done a pretty good job today. Now, unfortunately, that's all I've got time for today. So if you have liked this video, remember to leave a like and subscribe. And don't forget to keep watching out for the next one. Goodbye.